Hello, welcome back to the Temple of the Holy Beard. I'm Pastor Dave. Thanks for joining. This video is going to be a short video. I just want to show you something that I found. And this is actually my third time recording it, so hopefully this goes great. First time, my mic died halfway through. Second time, came out alright, but I just met a really nice guy, a real nice local guy that gave me a lot more information than I want to add to the video. Hey, if I could put together the first one, second one, and this one, it would be awesome. But I'm going to do my best. So here we go. There's this spot on the side of the road. And I lived in this area for 12 plus years now. And it all started with me driving down the road, going to the next town over, and I see this car parked on the side of the road. Okay, must have just broke down, no big deal, drive right by. Next time I came by, there's two cars in the same spot. Okay, well maybe somebody broke down, the other one's helping them. Some point, like I said, all these times I drove by, I see cars on the, almost every time I drive by. Almost every time I drive down this road, there's cars parked in this spot. Almost every time. Not every time, at least half. Anyway, so I see these cars parked on the side of the road, and at some point I noticed that people were bringing water jugs from their car, you know, into the woods. And I'll show you here. I mean, into the woods. So I'm seeing people bringing it down into the woods, and I just assumed that they're dumping trash, because there's nothing out here. There's a road going through the middle of the woods with different houses around. Not a whole lot of houses. There's a rural area, but you know, I just assumed people were dumping their trash. But driving by, it didn't look like a bunch of trash. Usually, when there's a spot where people are dumping their trash, there's a lot of trash around. It gets to the point where you can see it from the road. This area is clean, which is odd. So over time, like I said, I was seeing people bringing water jug, milk jugs, whatever, down into the woods, and assumed it was trash, until one point I saw people bringing jugs back to their car. Odd enough that everybody's dumping their water jugs and milk jugs out in the same spot. That's weird. Usually people are dumping bags and refrigerators, washing machines, stuff like that. Why is everybody bringing the same thing? There must be something there. There must be like a something there that they're filling or something. And so when I noticed people were bringing these jugs back to their car, only means two things to me. One, they got caught and they're cleaning up their mess. Or two, they filled those jugs with something. I need to stop. You know, I need to stop and see what they're doing, okay? And so, years, I've been saying, next time I come by, I'm going to stop. And then I forget, or I procrastinate. Years. Okay, so today, I decided to stop. I was going to the next town over to run some errands. I saw somebody stopped in that spot. It reminded me that I've been wanting to check it out. So, hey, I'm going to do my errands on the way back. I'm going to stop and check. And so this worked out. On the way back, there was nobody here. So I was able to turn around, pull over the side of the road, and check it out for myself. So here's what I found. Okay, so here's the road. Here's the road, and there's a path coming down. I hope you can see that path coming down from the road. And then down here, there's a bridge over a small creek. It's not much. You can see it's a small creek. It's about as wide as a shovel and a half. It's not that wide. It runs off, this creek runs off into the woods like a lot of creeks do. Hopefully you can see that. And so this creek just runs off into the woods like anything else. So what could be special about that? Well, what's special about it is, well, here's the trash can that I told you about. What's special about it is right here, right there. That's a spring box. My water bottle on top of it. You know, they built a little bridge going across so you don't step in the water. You can get across to the trash can. But we have this spring box right here. And so, yeah, so spring box is really interesting. If you have a spring in your backyard, really easy to use, to build. A lot of different ways you can build it. You don't have to build it in concrete like they did, but you can see they did a really good job right up here patching on the back to, you know, keep any runoff, you know, a little bit of trash there on the ground, but keep runoff from the road from getting in, because it's right on the road. But, yeah, it's right here, crystal clear with, hopefully you can hear the water, but clay clay pipe in there, which helps to keep the water clean. It's not metal or anything. It's going to last, for a real long time like that. This spring, it's probably been running for 100 years. It's probably been running for a long time. I mean, in this area, it could have been settlers drank from it a couple hundred years ago. Civil War soldiers might have stopped in here and drank from this. And a real nice gentleman that I just met, he's a local. And this gentleman, real nice guy, and he was really interested when I told him I was making a video about this place. Now, he told me that he's been coming down here filling water jugs his entire life. He told me he's 50 years old, just turned 50 years old, and he said in his family, he's the third generation that's been coming down here filling it. So if he's 50 years old, assume he's probably got children, he's probably got grandchildren. So in his family at this point, you might be 4 or 5 generations that's been coming down here getting water. So if he's 50 years old, figure his parents, his grandparents, so easily 100 years his family's been coming down here filling their water jugs. And he said this is excellent water. This gentleman brought, 5-gallon, it was one of these water jugs from these water coolers. It had a brand name on it. I'm not going to publicize them by telling them what the brand was, but it was like you might have in your business office or something like that. He brought it down here, and he stuck his jug down in the water as far as he needed to, and he filled it up, took a couple tries at it. He was in and out with 5 gallons of pure spring water for free in less than a minute. If I wasn't here talking to him, he'd have been here and gone in 2-3 minutes max. And he got 5 gallons of free natural spring water, as clean as can be. It's got no additives, no preservatives, no chemical treatment, no chlorine, no fluoride, no contamination from city pipes, no nothing. What this man told me was when this road was put in, this is a county road. Before this, it was just dirt. It was dirt road. And gave me the impression that he remembers it being a dirt road. He might have. I didn't ask him. But it used to be a dirt road. The county came through and improved it. They made it concrete, and they wanted to cap it. They were, I guess, whatever. They were probably concerned about contaminants. They were probably concerned about people here drinking from it and getting poisoned. Of course, the government's always concerned about natural things poisoning people. But the person who owns this property, I don't know who that is, but the person who owns this property fought back, told the county, nope, that's my property, that's my spring, you're not going to cap it. And apparently the property owner is the one who took the liberty of building this spring box and protecting the spring as best as possible. And he fought back, and he said people have been drinking from that spring for a really long time. People enjoy it. It's a natural resource, and it should be available for people to use. He fought back against the county, and he won. And he built this spring box to protect it. And just the amount of people I've seen, hundreds of people easily are drinking from it. Now, this gentleman I talked to, he said the same thing. If he's been coming down here for at least 3 generations, that's a lot of people that have been drinking from it. So this is a great resource, and I encourage you to explore your area, get off the beaten path, and find out what's there. Talk to locals in the area, talk to people that maybe aren't local, transplants that moved in. Anybody that's done a little bit of exploring, and find out what resources are out there that are available. When times get tough, times are getting tough now. How much does a bottle of water cost? How much does a gallon of bottled water from the store cost? Well, if you can bring your own gallon container and fill it up from a local spring for free, you just saved that money. This man just, filled up a 5-gallon jug. Imagine how much money his family has saved in 3 generations of filling up their bottles from a spring like this, from this spring in particular. Like I said, if there's a spring on your property, that's great. Plus to it is you can see there's no electricity. If the power goes out, this water's still going to work. So if you can explore your area, see what's around, if you can find spring like this that you can walk to and walk back with those jugs of water, that's golden. That is great. Excuse me, you may have springs like this that you can drive to, you can fill the jugs and you can drive back, which is great. But again, times get tough, worst case scenario, maybe there's no gas available. If you can walk to it, that's ultimate. Take a look around and see what water sources you have in your area. Is it a creek? Is it a river? Is it a lake? You know, lakes and ponds can easily get contaminated. Springs like this, if you can legally protect it, like this person did, excuse me, you can keep that, you know, keep it safe, keep it drinkable for a really long time. Creeks and rivers, I mean, can get contaminated. Springs, ponds, they can all get contaminated. That's why it's very important to have a really good filtration system. You know, like I said, even just a regular, you know, Brita water filter, get the black filter. It's a lot better than the white filters. It's just better quality filter, but it'll purify the water. It'll filter out a lot of things that might be in there. Like I said, a spring like this, if nothing touches the water, you don't even need to worry about it. But if you have that filter available, run it through anyway. Why not, just to be sure? You know, but it's a good resource to have available. In good times, you have good, pure water to put into your body. In bad times, that can be a lifesaver. So, yeah, I just want to show you this. Like I said, I encourage you to explore your area, see what's around. Talk to your friends, your family members, your elders. Find out what they know. Find out what you can tap into. Maybe it's not on your property. Maybe it's on a neighbor's property. If you can make friends with that neighbor. Again, be cautious of what you share out from other people, because resources are finite. Something like this spring's been probably running for hundreds of years. So it's not going to run out anytime soon, but idiots might contaminate it. So be cautious in who you share your resources with. But get out there and explore, see what's there, get familiar with your area, you know, and share it with your friends, you know, your family members, your local community. So let me know what you think. I want to hear your comments in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe, stay informed. There's a lot of great videos that I want to do. They're going to be coming out as soon as possible. So stay tuned. And again, thank you for visiting the Temple of the Holy Beard. I hope you've enjoyed this video. And stay safe, stay sane, keep learning. Until next time, I'm Pastor Dave.